not healed your inner child, or if you have childhood trauma, first of all, before entering in any kind of friendship or in any kind of relationship, you should heal that. Because if you are not going to heal that, then you are going to live miserable life. That is the harsh truth. Because people are willing to take advantage of you, people are willing to sit to put you down, people are willing to take advantage of you at any point. Okay, so hi everyone, myself Shruti and you're watching your little sister. In today's video we are going to talk about how to save yourself from toxic friendship, toxic relationships also. First of all, before saving yourself, it is really important for you to know what is toxic friendship. Because my whole childhood was surrounded with toxic friendship, I would say. And I'm really grateful because I got the lessons, I get to learn very much from them. So let's begin with the video. And I'm going to take a small life incident of my life. Okay, so I had two childhood friends, let's say A and B, and I was with them since childhood. You can say I'm almost 19, and our friendship was like 14 to 15 years old. I know things changes when you hit puberty. When you are around 12 or 13, things changes. Insecurities happens, and competitiveness or inferiority kinds of things start to exist in ourselves, and which is not bad because it is basic human tendencies. So that is not something to be criticized. When we hit our 13 or 14 years, then things started to change drastically. Because I began to observe the things that I was the one who was always initiating the things. I was the one who was creating the plans. I was the one who was visiting their place. And let me tell you for the data that in 3 years, okay, I was the one who have visited their place for like 30 times, but they have visited me how many times? Can you guess? Zero. Literally, they have visited me at my place, at my home, literally zero times. And I was the one who was going always. I was the one who was initiating. I was the one who was trying to put everyone together. I was the one who was trying to put lots of efforts and energy in keeping the friendship alive, which was already dead by that time. Okay, so even though, let me tell you, there was an incident that still exists in my heart, and sometimes I feel really bad for that. Because I was literally, I'm scared of thunder and lightning a lot. So I was literally wet in the rain, and I just went to one of their home. Okay, and I told that, hey, I'm shivering. So you know what she told? That you are wet, so why don't you just go at your home? I'm actually busy. And she literally didn't even offer me blanket or any clothes, or you can say at least if the weather was cold, then at least a coffee would work. But no, nothing. And I was feeling like, what the hell? And this was kind of breaking point in our friendship, because I literally cried while coming back home. Because if I am being honest, that I'm the biggest people pleaser of all time in my life. And but I always used to feel hollow and empty when I pour my energy into other people. So, yeah, that friendship didn't end well, but it teased me lots of things. I used to doubt many things in me. I used to think that maybe I'm not worthy enough, maybe I'm not doing enough. One thing also contributed to that is my childhood trauma, because I belong to a traditional family, conservative family. And if you are Indian, you can relate that in our family, we students are taught that we are worthy or we deserve to be loved only if we score good numbers in our exams. If we perform well, then only we deserve love of the parents. You can say that parents also say that if you score this much, then I'm going to take you on this trip. If you score like this, then I'm going to give you this thing and that thing. And that thing from childhood start to portray in our brain that if we want something, or if we want to be chosen, if we want to be cared for, if we want to be loved, then we need to prove our worth to front person. That's why I was the one who was always initiating creating the plans, because I was trying to prove my worth to them, and they were literally taking advantage of me. They were taking me for granted, and I think that would be the better name for that. So overall, what these whole things teached me is that if you are insecure, or if you have not healed your inner child, or if you have childhood trauma, first of all, before entering in any kind of friendship or in any kind of relationship, you should heal that. Because if you are not going to heal that, then you are going to live miserable life. That is the harsh truth. Because people are willing to take advantage of you, people are willing to sit to put you down, people are willing to take advantage of you at any point they get. So, if you are insecure in yourself, if you feel less confident, or if you have traumas, then they can easily take your advantage. And I just don't want that. You have everything, honey, literally. What you think you lack. You have got beautiful body, you have got your brain to think, you have ability to make decisions, you have the ability to make choices. So you can still choose to do the things. You know, first of all, I think if you are going to start, then start from healing your inner child. Start from renaming the things. The things that you have told from childhood are not always true. Sometimes they are just the perspective, or you can say the thought processing of your parents that is imposed on you. And if you want to break those norms, and if you want to break those you can say thought processing of your parents, then you have to think independently, and that thing requires courage. And you should be courageous enough to take decisions that are in opposition, or you can say against the normal societal thoughts, because it is not wrong. You have to choose to be different if you really want to live up to who you are. Okay? And I think I'll be more consistent from now onwards. And yeah, that's it. And hope you guys enjoyed it. And I just want you to know that sometimes you have to leave the relationships, the friendship behind in order to find the right one for yourself. Because unless you let go of wrong things, wrong people, the right one will have no place to end. You think now, if something have already occupied that space, then how other things will exist in that place? You have to clear that space in order to let other things enter there. So yeah, that's it. And hope you guys like it. So yeah, if you want, you can like and subscribe, because I don't want to force you. If you really think that I deserve that, or if you really found that I teached you something, or I made you acknowledge something that you didn't know, then you can. That's it. Take care and stay away from something that makes you question your worth always. That's it. Bye.